Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin bubble news channel. And the rate of change in technology is the fastest it has ever been in history. By many orders of magnitude and speeding up, right? Our foot is on the global speed boost. It's moving faster. I agree with you that people need to know what's going on. There are those who fear it and those who welcome it, but it will happen anyway. There's no brake, there's no button to turn it on or off. There is no speed knob. The most you can do is guide and guess what will happen. Bitcoin bubble stands out because it is clear and easy to understand. There's no limit to who can join, no matter how much they know about crypto or how new they are to it. Guess who is watching us now? Robert Kiyosaki is the author of the best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. We'd also like to use this chance to thank everyone who put their trust in us. And we read all of them. It's also free, which is great. If you sign up now, you'll get all the new information for free. Stay ahead of the trends instead of just following them. Sign up for Bitcoin Bubble right now and enjoy the new edge. In this movie, Peter and Raoul talk about what it will be like to live as humans in a world run by AI. The market and how AI will make our lives longer are two things that we could talk about. As I always told you, The Apprentice is that nexus, the door, the path to the intersection of crypto, macro, and the exponential age of technology. The idea of the exponential age is very important for all of you to understand because it will change everything about your lives. It does not matter if you are good with technology or not, it is coming. Each day has more technology than the last. A lot of great technologies are coming together at the same time in this exponential age, creating network effects on top of network effects. These include AI, robotics, renewable energies, computing power, distributed computing, biogenetics, space, and living longer. A lot of things are all hitting an exponential curve at the same time. Even if you look at how much green energy costs, the prices are going down very quickly. The exponential fall in costs, the exponential rise of AI power, and the exponential rise of robots to the point where they now outnumber people in places like Amazon. Everything we know about our society and maybe even the way we handle money will change because of these things. It's clear that crypto is a part of the exponential age, but it's deeper than that. As we move toward what I call the economic singularity. That's the point where we might not even understand the study of economics maybe after 2030. The rise of the economy is caused by three things: more people, more work, and more debt. In 2008, debt growth stopped. Now, all debt growth is used to pay off old debts, which keep going because you have to keep paying interest on interest on interest on interest. On the other hand, the Western world's population has been going down. That's why inflation has been going down and GDP has been going down, and because workers are getting older, output is also going down. But somewhere, the answer to this huge amount of debt and the fact that the world is completely broken comes from technology. In the second quarter of 2024, business data company MicroStrategy bought an extra 12,222 Bitcoin for $805 million. It now has a total of $226,000 worth of Bitcoin, which is about $14.7 billion at the moment. MicroStrategy reported big losses of $5.74 per share on its key to results call. The company made $111.4 million in quarterly sales, which is 7% less than the same time last year. A Bloomberg poll found that analysts had predicted a quarterly loss of $0.78 per share and revenue of $119.3 million. The actual losses were higher. The company had a net loss of $123 million in Q2, which was a little less than the $137 million it lost in the same quarter of 2023. The company told everyone that the $226,500 Bitcoin it owned had been bought for $8.5 billion, or $36,000 each. $821 for each Bitcoin. It also showed off a brand new KPI called Bitcoin yield. This shows how the ratio of the company's Bitcoin ownership to its diluted outstanding shares has changed over time as a percentage. All of the company's common stocks and any extra shares made from convertible notes or taking stock options are counted as diluted shares outstanding, stating that it aimed for a rate of 4% to 8% per year for the next 3 years. As a key performance indicator KPI, the company uses BTC yield to measure how well its plan of buying Bitcoin in a way that it thinks will benefit shareholders, the company said in a statement. The company also stated that the 10-to-1 stock split that was first announced on July 11th would happen as planned on August 7th. The company did this to raise more money through a market-based offering of shares, but it did not say what the money would be used for. During the past, MicroStrategy has raised money to buy more Bitcoin. At the time of writing, MicroStrategy shares were worth $1,500. They had dropped 6% on August 2nd. According to TradingView data, the company's share price went up 1.1% in trading after hours after its two most important earnings reports came out. AI and robots make an endless number of people. Infinite people lead to GDP growth that seems to go on forever. The result per unit of energy is what productivity is all about. Electricity is the main type of energy we use now. As the price of energy goes down, the productivity gains from AI and robots stack on top of each other and multiply. To put it another way, after 2030, it gets harder to see the world. How to imagine a world where there is plenty and not a lack of things? We know that when people don't know enough about something, it can be very strong. This is true for Wall Street lawyers, accountants, marketers, copywriters, authors, artists, and everyone else. They can charge for what they know and the training they have as well. That's no longer true with AI though, since we now have something much stronger than people. People are saying silly things like AI has an IQ of 100, it has an IQ of 100 in every single subject in the world. That means it's also a generalist. Technology like this is very strong, and this is the worst it will ever be. A lot of people think this will grow 1,000 or 1,000,000 times in the next 10 years. People don't seem to understand what this is or what it means. I came up with the word exponential age, and now I really believe it. I believe in it with all my heart. I believe that all of us should take part in it. We shouldn't be afraid of it, we should understand it. With AI, you can also be great. So I believe we have 6 years to make as much money as possible before the economy stops working. At that point, I have no idea what money is. In a world where AI is better at everything than us, I have no idea how to run a business. I don't even understand how most of the business hardware works. I believe we have 6 years to earn as much money as possible. It will take 6 years of work to help us understand this, embrace it, become superhumans or super businesses, and make money from this revolution. This is the exponential path. After falling 2.4% the day before, data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed that BTC's price was not moving forward, even though the U.S. Federal Reserve took a dovish stance at their most recent meeting to plan on interest rate changes. The downside continued. After the FOMC and Federal Open Market Committees decided to keep rates the same, there was a press meeting. Fed Chair Raoul Pal gave hints that rates might go down at the September meeting. We have said that we don't think it will be right to lower the goal range for the federal funds rate until we are more sure that inflation is moving toward 2% in a way that can be sustained. He wrote down in a written statement, "The inflation numbers from the second quarter have made us more confident and more